Today I'm delighted to speak to Peter McGraw, who's a professor of marketing at the University of Colorado at Boulder. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
Peter, you're up here for the Just for Laughs Festival, and you've done a lot of very interesting work on humor. Where do you see the place of humor at work? Is there a place for humor at work in North America?
In North America, certainly. I think for employees, that actually is something that they care about. They want to try to enjoy their work, and humor is certainly one of those things that make not just work, but life more enjoyable, more fun, happier. One of the benefits of humor in the workplace, besides the fact that it brings enjoyment, is that it can help smooth conflict. So it can actually help people give criticisms to one another. It can help sort of assuage some misunderstandings. And so being adept at creating humor is really a beneficial thing for both employees and for bosses.
We love it when we get humor right, but sometimes we blow it and it makes things worse. Do you have any thoughts on guidelines or suggestions for how to use humor at work then?
Yeah, so I think that humor can't be pursued at all costs, right? So there certainly are going to be topics that have to be off limits. And these are the kind of typical HR list of things that should be off topics: sex and race and issues like that. But I think it goes beyond just having a list of things that aren't appropriate to joke about. It really is about creating a culture that creates a safe space, a playful atmosphere that allows people to fail. You have to risk failing to make people laugh.
Part of humor is, well, I guess I'd like to ask you what is humor, but part of it is that it pushes the boundaries and that gets you into trouble, but that's almost the nature of comedy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think fundamentally humor is a positive thing. So in our lab, the Humor Research Lab, we define it in three ways. We define it as an emotional reaction, the positive emotion, amusement, or some people call it mirth, a cognitive reaction, a judgment, hey, that's funny, and a behavioral reaction, laughter. And so all three of those things sort of make up this concept of humor. And although it's a positive thing, we really believe that it has its roots in potentially negative experiences, in the things in the world that are threatening or wrong or unsettling. And so inherent in creating humor is that you focus on something potentially bad. And if you're not able to make it okay, or as we say, benign, if you're not able to create this benign violation, then you may fail by creating a violation and upsetting people.
So how do you work your way through that minefield of not offending but allowing people to enjoy the humor of life?
Yeah, so this is a really complex skill. It's one that takes years of development, and some people seem to do it more naturally than others. And so I think that the idea really is that you just have to try. If you don't try, you're not going to create a humorous episode, to have some fun with a colleague, with a boss, and so on. And so some of it is having an organization that allows that to happen and encourages it and doesn't squash the person who tries, who dances on that line and may go a little bit over.